Hey guys, Ronan here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at another mod subclass that you can try out known as the Bloodletter. This is a subclass for the rogue and it really emphasizes doing bleed damage. You can teleport between like blood pools and stuff. It's really fun and thematically it's really cool. I'm going to be using this with Asterion just because I think it really fits him being a vampire. That being said, it is extremely powerful on its own, so I would highly recommend you do Rogue as a pure class. If you multi-class, it's a little too strong in my opinion, but either way, you can easily download some combat mods to make combat more hard if you are looking for more of a challenge. With the Bloodletter by 72 Division here on Nexus Mods, link in the description down below for you to try out. Let's go ahead and break it down. Alright, so the Bloodletter is a subclass for the Rogue that you get at level 3, so you do have to be at least 3 levels into Rogue to access it. You have quite a few things from the very start that this alone makes a subclass really cool and powerful, but it gets even better as you level up obviously. So starting out, let's take a look at the 2 actions you get right away, starting with Bloodletting. This is a mix of damage or a mix of healing, and you can see you have the resource called Blood Essence Coin. This is a resource that you need to use in order to use certain abilities with this subclass, which is nice because it makes it so you can't spam this stuff. So it's, even though I do think it's very strong, it is balanced as well. So Bloodletting, you essentially make the enemy bleed and severely bleed if they are hostile. If you have an ally though, you can purge the target from diseases, poison, paralysis, blindness, and heal. So this is a great way to do damage to enemies, or if you need to support allies, you can also do that because the whole concept of this is you're a Bloodletter. You are a rogue that deals with blood and medicine, so it makes sense you'd be at a heal as well. You have the cool ability Crimson Blink, allowing you to literally teleport from one blood surface to another as long as you aren't threatened, which is a nice balance mechanic. This is really cool, and I love that they added this, and it adds some really cool like flair and theme to the whole concept. And the subclass features you get at this level as soon as you unlock it all of course revolve around blood. You have First Blood, so whenever you land an attack on an enemy at full HP, their blood splatters, creating a blood surface whenever you hit them. So this is nice because you're all about blood, right? So now you can teleport from blood surface to blood surface, but you also have advantage on attack rolls when your target is bleeding or severe bleeding, and you gain expertise with medicine. And you have blood tracing aura, so anytime you have an enemy that moves in contact with blood puddles, if they're invisible, you can potentially see them, which is really powerful. And you gain advantage on attack rolls, so anyone standing in blood you have advantage on, which is huge. So at level 4, you do unlock 2 additional class features. So you have Siphon Blood, so whenever you step into a blood surface, you get healed equal to your proficiency bonus, so at max level this would be 4. And you also have Sanguinary Projection, which is an actual action that you can use with your Blood Essence mechanic here, or bonus action I should say. So this is really cool. You can throw blood onto a surface, creating a blood surface for you. Kind of like how water is, but this is nice because it is a blood surface. So all those mechanics we just talked about at level 3 would interact with this. And they also get Bloody Drenched, which is essentially the same mechanic as being wet, but it also affects necrotic damage as well. So you can do double lightning, necrotic, and frost. So at level 5, specific for the Bloodletter, normally rogues get uncanny dodge regardless, but for the Bloodletter you get a really cool ability here. So the way this works is you have to do a sneak attack first, and if you do a sneak attack then you can follow up with this attack afterwards. The reason why I think this is balanced is because normally you don't have extra attack as a rogue, so in order to use this you will either have to multi-class, have a haste potion or haste casted on you, or something that we'll talk about with another mechanic that you unlock later on with this class. The way this looks in combat is you have to use a sneak attack first, and if you have additional actions afterwards, then you can follow up with this exsanguinating strike, which is very powerful, but also balanced assuming you are going pure rogue. So at level 6 for the Bloodletter, you do get this cool ability here, and of course it uses a Blood Essence Coin. So you can select a humanoid or undead, and you can do some cool damage, doing force damage, This is considered a sneak attack as well. So autopsy, although it is similar to sneak attack damage wise, you can see my sneak attack damage here versus this one is the same, but this one is force damage. This gives me the option to apply debuffs to the enemy. I have the ability to silence, the ability to blind, or the ability to stun. All right, so at Bloodletter level 7, you get Bane Corruption. So this is very, very strong and maybe a little too strong depending on what you think for tuning wise. But any blood puddle that you want, you can deal necrotic damage to those blood puddles. Like you make them like corrupted surfaces, which is really cool. And if the targets are bleeding while standing in it, they take additional necrotic damage and can possibly apply corrupted blood, which gives them basically the poison debuff, which is really cool. This ability functions in a circle around your character, and remember, if you do have them blood drenched, they would take double damage from necrotic as well. All right, so at Bloodletter level 8, you unlock 2 additional features. So as an action, you have Hemorrhage Ritual, which is basically giving yourself action surge, but a little different. You have to sacrifice half your current HP to enter the blood tribute status, which is a cool theme to this whole idea of blood, essentially giving you an extra attack every single turn for 3 turns. And when you do land a killing blow, you gain 1 blood essence back and it heals you. This is really, really strong, but you do have to sacrifice half your HP to use it. And this is how you could utilize this with the other skill I talked about earlier, where you kind of need like 2 attacks to do since you need to set up a sneak attack first. So this is really nice. Now I do want to point out though, you can see, although I had a lot of HP, I didn't actually take half. The reason for that is because this ability is affected by uncanny dodge. You also gain surgical precision, so you just essentially do additional damage equal to your wisdom modifier as necrotic damage when attacking enemies that you have advantage on. Now at Bloodletter level 9, I think this ability is extremely powerful. I'm not sure how it works on bosses, but you can only use it once per long rest, and it's called this right here. This right here is just so sick. Death Pronouncement. You literally essentially finish off an enemy. As long as they're at 50% HP or less, you can use this once per long rest to do 10 d6 plus 50 psychic damage. So it's literally just an execute ability. It's so freaking powerful, but it's only once per long rest, and they have to be at 50 HP or less, like 50%, but man, is it cool. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more. And to all my members, I appreciate you guys. If you want shoutouts like they have, early access to videos like this, and some additional perks from my live stream, then hit join down below. I'm Ronan. See you next time.